If you're anything like me, you're probably also thinking about how many days left in this year and how can you prepare yourself for a kick-ass new year. In this video, I'm going to share with you the routine I like to do every single year to bring some clarity to my thoughts and get into a ready and clear mindset to take on new challenges. We spend a whole year living life, going through new experiences, learning, and accumulating things. And in my opinion, end of the year is a great opportunity to reflect back on the past year and look at what worked for you, what served you well, what made you happy, what you want to continue doing, what you want to stop doing, reset, rinse, and refresh. And since you're already watching this video, I'm sure you're aware of how important reflections, resetting, and goal setting is for a new year. So we're gonna skip the importance of all of those and we're gonna move right into the meat of the video where I'll share with you the 5 steps or 5 categories of things that I'm doing to prepare for the new year. And no, they're not just random productivity thoughts or notes that you can find all over the internet. They're the exact things that I have been doing over the past couple of weeks. And for some of them, there's still some working to do. So I'll share with you all of the details for those as well. Let's get right into it. I like to call the first category audit. This is where you take a snapshot of where everything stands, understand where you are currently at. Just take a picture overall. This is not where you analyze or fix or renew, but it's more so like understanding exactly where you are at. For me, the audit more so focuses on my business and my personal brand. For you, it could be school, it could be your full-time job, it could be your relationships, whatever you want to take a look at. But in my specific example, I looked at my business in particular. And here are some of the specific things that I did to audit my business and my online presence. I looked at all the contents that I've produced over the past year. I looked at following, income streams, revenue, all the numbers and the figures that matter to me or any metrics that matter to me and my business. I looked at all of those. Secondly, updates to my social profile. So I check to where I have profiles. Do I want to keep that profile open? Is it relevant for me? Is the bio up to date? Is my name okay? If it needs some SEO work, is that looking okay? Is that up to date? Anything needed to work around here? Are all the links working in my content? Am I proud of my website and my products? What needs to be fixed? And then I ask myself, what should I stop, change, or continue? And I find this framework to be extremely powerful and helpful when I'm trying to make decisions around what I want more of and less of in the coming days and years. So next step is fixing, and this is where you basically tie up all of the loose ends. That's exactly how I approach my business and all of the different categories of things that I ask myself. So number 1 was, for example, the website and products. So I asked myself, am I proud of my current website and my products? Does this still reflect me and my goals, and is it still relevant to my audience? So for example, the website, I was really unhappy with my WordPress website for a very long time. It hasn't been very long since I launched it on WordPress with that design, but it quickly became out of date and it required a lot of maintenance. There were so many broken links. The maintenance required so much time and effort that I actually stopped visiting my own website, and it should not be that way. It's where I should be converting my leads, my audience to resources that are helpful for them and to my products, obviously, to drive some revenue to the business. But because I hated the website so much and because it didn't work for me anymore, I wasn't using it, and that's so broken when you look at it at the core, because that's how my business should function. So once I realized that, I had to make the decision and pull the trigger on whether or not I wanted to change the website, and finally I did. So I moved the website from WordPress to Ghost, which was a couple of very exhausting days, to be honest, but now the website is so simple and so minimal and it's working, and that's all that matters for me right now. So once it validates its existence to me, then it's time to up level and maybe invest more into it, put more time into it, build more products, buy a template or whatever. So now I'm super happy with the website. What I also fixed was my products as well. Over the years, I had created a bunch of free resources, guides, templates, and then some paid resources too. But they were all over the place. Like some of the landing pages were on Stripe, some of the landing pages were on the website, but so like out of date and so not appealing to me right now. So I knew that I had to make something around it, and some of my products were also on Gumroad. So I knew that I wanted everything to be in one single place, as that just brings more clarity to me, and it's just easier for me as well to manage everything. I think it's also a much better experience for my audience as well when you're looking for my products. So I wanted to put everything into one platform. When I knew that I wanted to fix that, I chose the platform. Then I chose the images that went with my products, which products I wanted to continue with, which products I wanted to delete and take out of the picture. So that was the work around the products, and I put everything onto Gumroad, fixed the images, created something where I kind of bundled up all of those bits and pieces that I created over the years, and some of the resources that are now in this marketing hub that I created are also brand new, which I wanted to share with you, but I did not have time to share before, or didn't know through which platform or which landing page to share. Anyway, so now everything is fixed and properly working, and it's actually helpful, designed to be helpful and easy for my audience, which makes me super happy. Next, under the fixing category is anything that has been hanging in the air. And what I put under this category are emails, tax documents, which reminds me something in my drawer that needs my attention, any to-do list items that have been there just sitting and waiting for you to cross them off. Now is a good time to look at them and maybe identify which ones you want to reply to, which ones you can cross off your list immediately, which ones you no longer need to do. So just take a look at all of those like hanging things in your life and giving you some mental like declutter, because they are there, but you also don't want to handle them. So this is a good time to take a look at them and fix them and get them done. After auditing and fixing is done, the next big category is goals. And here what I like to do is revisit my goals from last year and set new ones, obviously. And I like to do this under 3 categories or 3 buckets. So personal, business, and financial. Under the personal bucket, I put health, habits, family, and daily life. And I am actually proud to realize that I have done a very good job in terms of accomplishing some of the very big health goals that I had over the past year. I've healed some chronic things that I've had. I feel so much stronger because I've been working out very regularly. And fun fact, I'll give you this big secret. I might actually even be going for a fitness instructor training in January of this new year. So that's huge. So on the health front, I have been doing well, and I now have like more defined goals in the health category. So I keep doing this, the same thing for family and habits and daily life, and ask myself, what have I been doing well and what can I do better, what I want to do more of. Under the business category, for me, it falls into 3 different pieces. One is my creator business, my personal brand. Next is Rugless, which is the Web3 review platform that I've built since summer of this year. I've been working on that. We recently launched it, but because of the downturn in the markets and because of being extremely exhausted and mentally strained a little bit, we decided to postpone the investment conversations until the next year. So that's another category that I'm thinking for myself. And finally, a full-time or part-time job engagement. This is another topic that is on my agenda. I am actually in the market for a new challenge, a new full-time opportunity, but we'll see where it heads to. But these are the 3 things that I put under business to, set goals for. So I'm just like sharing these so that this can be inspiring for you to share or set your own goals as well. And under financial, my 2 top goals are buying a house this year. And secondly, a monthly income goal. And obviously I have a goal in my mind don't need to share it because it's not relevant, but that's how I kind of approach these goals under these different buckets. Fourth category is decluttering, and this goes for physical and digital spaces. And this is a category that's super important for me, and it really, really helps to bring some mental clarity. Hope it does for you as well. So first thing I do, and I highly suggest you do this as well because it's often forgotten, is reviewing your subscriptions and unsubscribing from services that you no longer use or need. So I realized that I typically do have at least 1 to 2 subscriptions that I no longer need, but that are ongoing just because I've forgotten about them. And so this is a reminder for you to check back in your Apple Store or App Store or iTunes Store, whatever it's called, or other subscriptions that just lay in your email that you've started some time ago, or maybe some game subscriptions that you've started. Unsubscribe from anything that you no longer use or need because it's just a waste of money. Secondly, unsubscribing from emails I no longer read or get value from. I mean, it doesn't mean that the creator is doing a worse job than when I signed up for their emails, but it's just that I'm no longer in that chapter of my life and it doesn't serve me. So this is an action that I actually do very regularly. Every time I'm in my promotions or social folder and I receive a newsletter that is no longer relevant, I just unsubscribe from it immediately because I know that I'm gonna forget about it later on. So this is a good time to kind of go through your email inbox and unsubscribe from anything that is just decluttering. Next is unfollowing any accounts that I no longer learn from or get any value from on social media. This is a very typical practice, so no need to expand on this. And finally, decluttering the items in my house that I no longer need, identifying what I want to donate, keep, and sell. This is just like the typical Marie Kondo minimalism decluttering advice, but it really does work magically. And this is something, again, I do every season, but at the end of the year, I find that it's the perfect time to do it all over again. So highly suggest doing this as well. And what I find is a cleared and clean house gives me so much more mental clarity, and it's just easier to think like that when your workspace and when your house is clean and it serves you. Like every object in the house serves you and there's a purpose for it. And drum roll please, because it's time for the 5th category, and it is one of the ones that I really like, and I love maybe doing this exercise even more than the goal setting, because goal setting is a little bit like too serious, but mottos is the 5th one, and that is more fun and it gives you a direction, I think, more than goals. So this is what I really like to do, and I typically do have my mottos written on my Notion dashboard as well, but these are 3 that I have come up with for this year, and I will likely add more as time goes by, but I think, I'm gonna share these with you just for some inspiration. Firstly is learn to say no. It's either a hell yes or a no. This is, I think, also a title of the book. I haven't read the book. I've heard this so many times from other people as well. It's a difficult thing to practice. I have this as a sticky note literally in my mind, but it's still not as easy as it sounds to put it into action. I'm really trying to make more of an effort to make decisions with this framework or thought process. It's either a hell yes or it's a no. So either my heart says, go for it, this is you, or it says it's a no. And I really want to follow this thought process when I'm making decisions. I don't know, maybe you like it too. Maybe put it on your mottos too. Let me know in the comments. Nextly is execution over perfection. This is something I've followed in my life for a very long time, to be honest. I truly believe in 1% improvements every single day versus aiming for 100% improvement in an unknown time frame, let's say, because I find it more realistic to do that and just moving the needle, making things happen, doing things versus waiting for a perfect moment is so much better in my opinion and experience. So that's something else. And finally, listen to your intuition more. This is something, again, I need to put as a mental note here. And it's all about making decisions more with my gut feelings and my heart versus my logic, which is typically what I tend to do. It has served me well. It's okay, but I think I want to now start listening to my gut feelings and my intuition more, because it does lead me to interesting and good places. So I want to listen to it more. And with that said, that's a wrap for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed this, found something helpful, inspiring, and hopefully you're gonna do some exercises to reset and prepare for the new year as well. Anything else you do that I am not doing that you would suggest me to do, let me know in the comments. I would be super interested to look at it and practice it in my life as well. If you like this video, you know what to do, but I'll repeat it once again. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more videos on marketing, productivity, and career. I'd love to see you here again if you enjoyed this video. And if you want to share this content with other people, that would make me super, super happy, and that would support this channel so much. I appreciate you watching and being here. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Take care.